Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Keto and the Chaos. My name is Tammy, and on this channel, I like to share all my tips and tricks on how I lost 200 pounds eating ketogenically and how you can be successful on your own weight loss journey. So if that's what you're looking for, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and ring the bell for more videos like this one to inspire you to get started. Welcome back, everyone. It is Saturday, March 21st, 2020, and it is weigh-in day. I know that a lot of you are probably going through some tough times this week. It has been a crazy week. Needless to say, I kind of wake up every morning going, what is happening? Is this really real? Is this my life? And I think probably a lot of you are probably feeling that way. It's one thing to fall asleep and be having something really scary happen to you, and you wake up and you're like, whew, yeah, it was just a dream. And instead, waking up all week this week, waking up feeling great, it's spring, it feels so warm, feels so nice, and then going, oh yeah, but the whole world is falling apart. I'm sure there's a lot of you who are feeling pretty overwhelmed, and so I just wanted to give you an update on how I'm doing, but I also wanted to give you some motivation and tips to keep yourself stable and keep your anxiety levels under control as we go through this really, really tough time. So bear with me. I hope that that is something that you're looking for in these times. And if you're just here to check out my weight, I will be posting that a little later in the video, of course, like I always do. But first, I got to tell you, how did my week go? So I've been getting a lot of messages from people saying, things aren't going so great with my diet. I'm binge eating. I couldn't find any of the foods that I usually eat, and so I ate such and such. I'm giving up keto for the time being. It's too hard. It's too overwhelming. And first of all, I just want to say I understand. When we're going through such a difficult time, nobody was prepared for this. Nobody had any clue that something like this could happen or would happen or could be on this scale. Nobody had a clue. And so none of us were really prepared. Even if we did have a deep pantry and we had some weeks of food storage in advance, that doesn't mean that we are prepared mentally for what we are going through right now. What we are going through right now is only happened a few times in history. We are part of the history books now, you guys. Can you believe that? It's so weird. We went from our boring, mundane, easy lives to, oh my gosh, I'm part of the history books. And that's a little bit overwhelming and yet also kind of exciting because up until now, not a heck of a lot has happened in our lives. 9/11 was about the most excitement that most of us my age have seen in our entire lives. And, one of my followers was saying she's 82 and nothing like this has ever happened in her entire life. And so she is journaling it. So one of the suggestions that I want to give you in order to keep yourself a little bit more grounded during this difficult time is to think of this as, what would people in 50 years, 75 years want to know about this time? And I'm going to share that. Write it, vlog it, record it, voice record it, whatever you want to do, whatever's your way of getting the words to come out, and just talk about how you're feeling, how you're coping, what you have to do, what the grocery stores look like, what you are stressed out about, what you're grateful for. All of those things will be helpful in the future. And if you kind of imagine like you are a history project for someone in the future and want to offer them some gift of what would you want them to know about what was like to go through this experience, it kind of helps take the edge off of the fear a little bit and help us to focus on the future generations and what good can come out of this. The second thing is, try really hard not to use food at all for a medication. I know it's so hard. We are programmed to eat when we are stressed out, when we feel bad. And this is literally like a 4,000 whammy, hardest thing that you could possibly go through almost in your life kind of deal, right? So the fact that people are turning to food, not surprising. But most of us who became obese or are on this journey became obese because we allowed ourselves to stress eat and binge eat. And the last thing on earth that you want to right now is to go back to that place where you started and have to restart after this is all over. it's not worth it. It's not worth it. And plus, when you're eating out of control, your psyche feels out of control, and it is harder for you to get the anxiety under control. And so you lose your control. And when you lose your control, it's just like this vicious cycle. So stay in control. Remember, do the things that you wrote down that you should have written down. And if you haven't written them down, write down a list of things that make you feel better. Okay. My list is number one, a bath. When I found out that I was possibly going to be quarantined with my family, my literal first purchase was a set of bath bombs because I knew I needed at least a month's supply. Once a week, I have a bath, and if I don't, I can't cope with just normal life, let alone this crazy. So find the things that make you happy, be it going for walks, writing, calling a friend, or video conferencing a friend. That's really helped me, is to Marco Polo people or give them a call, just make jokes, have fun. Humor is a big one. Funny memes have been going all over the internet, and it's just our way of coping, right? It's our way of like making fun or making light of the stress that we are under. And so watching funny things, doing funny things. If you're good at writing funny things might be really helpful for you, trying to keep your spirits light. Of course, don't forget God, don't forget praying, scripture study, all of those things. Dive deep. This is a perfect opportunity. We have all the time in our hands to create a relationship with Jesus, or to strengthen our relationship with Jesus. If you have any inkling of doing that at all, this is a really, really good time to get comfortable with that relationship and to know that you're okay. And that stress of not knowing how you are with God maybe can help lift some of the burden. Another technique I was taught recently by my friend Becky Hunter was a tapping technique. Now I'm going to show you it. I am no tapping expert, but she taught it, and I shared it on my public Facebook if you want to look for it there. So she said that right about here, you'll find little pressure points that'll feel a little bit tender. You're going to want to press there with one hand, and then you're going to want to press on your eyes until you kind of see sparks. So not so hot, you're not poking your eyes out, but just see sparks. And then you just kind of hold that for a minute. Okay, and then when you let go, you keep your eyes closed, and then you tap your head. Now, I don't know like the amount of time that you need to do this. I guess you just decide how it feels good to you. And then after your head, you tap your sternum, all the while pressing this other press point. Believe it or not, it actually really works. It actually releases a lot of the stress and tension out of your chest. So if you're feeling a real tight chest from anxiety, try doing that technique. It's really helped me, and I was really grateful that came across my feed. I've been sharing it with people because here in Utah, we had an earthquake. Well, we had multiple earthquakes. We only had one that I felt, but apparently they've had like 200 aftershocks and like 3 or 4 earthquakes 3.0 and up. The biggest one was 5.7, and I felt that one out here. It's further west from me, and a lot of my friends are stressed out. Like they're like freaking out about earthquake prep on top of freaking out about going outside and getting the virus. Like, it is stress city, guys. It is stress city. It is what it is. Also, the number one, I guess I probably should have put this at the beginning, thing that's going to help you get through this is just don't beat yourself up. You know what? We have to do what we have to do. If you were unable to get your keto foods and you ate some spaghetti last night because you had to eat, that's okay. If you want to stay in control of that, please keep tracking it and keep your caloric deficit. It will be harder if you're eating carbs because you'll be more hungry, but keep yourself distracted. You can still keep eating electrolytes if that helps keeps the hunger down. Do exercise, go out for walks, play Candy Crush. I love my Candy Crush. I also love Homescapes recently. You should try that one too. Just keep yourself busy as you can. Do projects around the house. Get in your closets and deep clean your closets. Wash all the laundry in the house and fold it and go through and get rid of some stuff. Whatever makes you feel a little lighter and distracts you so that you're not thinking about the stress that you're under with food or with any of those things. Those kinds of things will all help you. The goal is to just not get out of control. The goal is not to use food as a medication. The goal is to find other healthy ways to get through. So, how did I get through this week? Surprisingly well. I have to say, it's the weirdest thing, but I actually have not been tempted, I should just knock on wood right now, to stress eat at all. oh, now everyone's going to think someone's at the door and start panicking. Sorry, guys. I didn't think about that. But yeah, like I have not been tempted to stress eat at all. In fact, eating has become so like not even important that I'm just doing it on a schedule. I have my schedule I've been doing with my kids. I've always already homeschooling, so really my personal schedule has not changed that much. So we get up in the morning, we do our meeting with God, devotional. And then we do our reading time together. Then the kids do math all together, and well, I'll separate like on different devices and I help them. And then we do whatever science we're doing or history that we're doing, and then whatever online classes that some of them are involved in. And then about 1 o'clock, I make myself my first meal of the day. I eat that and I veg out for a little while. I take a little rest. I haven't been able to nap, but I'll watch a little Hulu or whatever I feel like it will help me like kind of escape a little bit from the world. Then around about 3 o'clock, I go out, I feed the chickens, I take care of the chickens, I gather the eggs, I come inside, I sort the eggs to eggs that I want to keep and eggs that I want to give away or sell. I've been posted on Facebook to give away or sell my eggs, and that's just something that's been really rewarding to have a commodity that's just right there in my backyard that I can share with others, and it means so much to them. That's really helped me out this week. So yes, I've had my moments of panic. Yes, I have had my moments of anxiety. I've definitely freaked, and I've definitely cried a couple of times when it got a little overwhelming. I'm staying home. I'm trying not to go to the store. We're only going once a week, and we just bought enough that I think we can go at least 2 weeks without having to get out of the house. Even with my daughter's birthday, we bought my daughter's birthday stuff. The only thing I'm worried about is Easter, and I'm still trying to debate if I'm going to go out tonight and just get it over with, or if I'm going to wait another week and risk it getting, all bought up. So that's where I'm at with how I've been doing. My food, I've kept it exactly the same as I've been doing for a while. So my first meal is basically my chaffles and bacon and yogurt and Crio Bru. Crio Bru has been really helpful. If you're looking for a hot chocolate, and perfect keto collagen goes in it and makes it super creamy, and like I'm addicted to that and I'm almost out, so I'm like bummed out about that. I don't know if I'm going to be buying more because it's not in my budget right now, but I might because I really like it now. Anyway, that warm drink has really helped like relax me, and it tastes like hot chocolate, so it's like the chocolate part of it is good for like endorphins and stuff, and so that's been really nice. Then for my second meal, I've been having the same thing, like Quest bar and some cheese, or Quest bar and a Quest shake, or Quest bar and some cheese sticks with lunch meat rolled around, like whatever I just kind of feel like grabbing for my second meal. And then my dinners have been basically the same thing I've always had, like chicken and veggie and sauce and cheese, or ground beef and veggie and sauce and cheese. And that's it. So I'm feeling pretty confident in what I've been doing. I have to admit, like I'm feeling really pretty good about what's been happening. And so this is also another week that I was supposed to not retain water, and that's always nice. It's the week leading up to my actual cycle, and all that to say, let's get to the weigh-in. So as you can see, I weighed in today at 182.8, which was, I think, a 1.2 pound loss for the week. Not a huge significant loss, but I'm feeling really confident that what I'm doing is maintaining me. I lost a half an inch around my upper waist, but everything else stayed exactly the same, which is my goal, right? I'm trying to stay stable. And I think I might actually have found my sweet spot. And so I'm hitting about 1,800 calories a day, and I'm hitting, I think it's like 150 protein and 109 fat-ish. I could be wrong about that. I can't look because I'm recording. Anyway, I know the calorie level is 1,800 or less, and that seems to be pretty good for me. I've finally found a good spot, and the protein bars are really helping me not crave eating all the whipped cream, which was my problem back in the fall. So, yes, guys, even though we are in the middle of a pandemic, here am I being stable. How weird is that? I don't know. I'm grateful for it, though. I am extremely grateful for it. And because I know that if I were to go off and start eating all the foods that got me into this place that I started from, number one, I know that I'm sensitive to those foods and they'd cause me to be more manic and freaking out. Number two, I would get fatter. And so then I would feel guilty. So then I would beat myself up. And so then it would get worse. And so then I would eat more and then it would get worse. And that's what happened last time to me. And I've been there. I don't want to go down that road. You know, like, yes, this is a really scary time. Really scary. I get it. Like, yeah. But we don't need to lose. Let's control the things we can control, right? Let's keep ourselves at home. Let's do our civic duty. Let's stay home and not spread the virus too quickly so that the hospitals can keep up, right? Let's learn from the people who have done it the wrong way and do it the right way, that we can control that. And number two, we can control what we choose to eat and how often we choose to eat it. We can control that. It is not out of our control. It's absolutely something that we can control. And control will help calm your fears, calm your anxiety. And of course, having a relationship with your higher power, even if it isn't the same God that we believe in or that I believe in or that, you know, connect with whoever you believe in. Connect with what you believe core deep inside of you. Spend a lot of time with your core books, the ones that make you feel the best and make you connected to the universe, to the world, to all of these things, so that you can remember we're part of a big, huge whole and that it's not just about us, it's about everyone. All right. Well, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope this was helpful. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope everyone is staying safe. I'd like to hear you guys checking in and let me know how things are going for you on your end of the world, and let you know that I'm deeply concerned for all of you, and I'm praying for all of you, and I love you all so much. I'm grateful for everything that you do, and I understand that maybe you don't have the ability to be a Patreon at this time, or, you know, check the links in the About section. But those of you who are able to, I'm so grateful that you're able to continue on that service. And those of you who are buying from Amazon through my links, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it so much, and I love you all so much. I'll talk to you all again soon.
See the clouds and let them be.